You're gonna notice that Trevor is your spotlight video, so if you're having issues watching him, make sure you're breathing into that diaphragm, into that nose, deep. You should feel your stomach expand into the floor. And then when you're breathing out, nice, relaxing, breathing out through the mouth.
1. Rest.
Good. Next up, we're going to do what's called lying dynamic Blackburn. So we put our hands behind our backs like we're being arrested. Then we reach out in front, bringing our hands together like you guys are at the top of your jumping jack. So put your hands behind your back like your hands are touching the lower part of your back, and then bring your hands together out in front of you at the top. So it's nice, relaxing. Try to think about keeping your head down, looking at the floor as you guys are lifting your arms up. You got 10 more seconds of this. And bring your hands all the way up, all the way back to the base of your lower back.
3, 2, 1. Rest.
Good. Next up, we're going to do what's called tactical frog. So we're going to widen our legs just wider than our hips width. What we're going to do is we're going to sit back on our heels like we're going into a child pose.
Exercise 3.
And then we're going to come forward into like a cobra. So we're going to drive our hips forward and back. You're going to sit back onto those heels, get a nice stretch. And then you guys are going to drive your hips forward. So you're going, as you go into that tactical frog, you're going to think about your hips basically touching the ground as you guys are coming forward. So drive those hips. And then sit back onto those heels. Drive those hips. And sit back onto those heels. Make sure you guys are
3,
both legs.
2, 1. Rest.
Good. Next up, we're going to do what's called lateral abductor pulses with rotation. So we're not going to be rocking back and forth. What I want to do is I want to sit into the pulse, and then I want to rotate. So put your leg out to the side, and then put your foot flat. Then I want you to rotate like you would the Spider-Man rotation. You're going to rotate up. Eyes are going to follow your hand. Bring it back down underneath your body, and then back up again. You're going to do the same arm on repeat. We're going to do that same arm, then we'll switch and do the other side. We're rocking and rolling, Cherry.
Three,
Good.
2,
Looking good.
1. Rest.
Good. Go ahead and switch. You want to rotate with the arm of the leg that's out. Okay, Brent? So let's make sure you're rotating with your leg that's out.
2, 1. Exercise
and
5.
go. So whatever arm is, so whatever it says, let's say your right leg extended, you're going to rotate with that right arm. Jerry, you're fine. Well, you're good to go. There you go, better. You should feel that stretch, and you should reopen up that thoracic spine. You kind of feel as you guys are tight this morning. You might have some struggles during that rotation.
Rest.
Good. Next up, we're going to do what's called hand walks. So you stand up, put your feet shoulder width apart, and then you're going to start with a toe touch. And you're going to walk it all the way out to a push-up. And then you're going to walk it all the way back in, and you're going to walk it back in and out. So we're just doing hand walks. We're going to walk in and out quick with our hands. If you can add a push-up, go ahead and add a push-up. You're going to walk those hands out, walk your hands back in. You're just trying to think, if you can, try not to stand up so you guys can get a few more reps in during this warm-up. Okay, we're going to try to move as quick as we can with only a few more exercises. So think about those hand walks. Keep the hands on the ground the whole time.
2, 1. Rest.
Good. Next up is butt kicks. So on this one, we're just trying to get our heels to our butt. If we can't quite get our heels to our butt with a running pattern,
3, 2,
go ahead
1.
and do more of a marching style here. But try to get those heels to your butt, and let's think about moving those arms. Okay, don't just keep your hands right by your side. Pump those arms. Pump those arms. Get those heels up. Get those heels up. There you go. We're trying to get that blood pumping. Trying to get nice and warm. So let's think about butt kicks, butt kicks, butt kicks. I'm kicking my own butt. A few more seconds.
3, 2, 1. Rest.
Good. Rest. Next up, we're going to do what's called a linear hop. So this is a forward and backwards hop with our feet together. So you're thinking about jumping forward, jumping back, feet together, jumping forward, light on our toes. Otherwise, a quick two-step shuffle, okay, but still moving forward and backwards. You're trying to get as many little hops in as you can, or moving those feet as quick as you can. Thinking 2 steps forward, 2 steps back. And if you do that 2-step shuffle, make sure you're moving those arms still. Then hop, hop, hop. Channel the inner bunny. A few more
3,
seconds.
2, 1. Your timer is complete.
Good. All right, so the warm-up is over. Go ahead and grab a quick drink of water. Make sure you do have your water bottle handy because we're going to be working for 45 seconds with only 15 seconds rest. So if you guys were here last Monday, we're going to be doing that same workout, but like I said, when you come next Monday, it'll be completely different. So we're starting with we're going to do 45 seconds, 15 seconds rest, 5 exercises, 4 rounds. That's going to come up to 20 minutes. So we're starting with what's called a rowing pattern. So we're going to start with what's called a bent over row or a seated row, depending on the tools that you have. Okay, so for this thing, anything that's weighted, paint cans, lawn detergent, dumbbells are going to be excellent for this. So you're going to think about when a bent over row, you're going to grab your weights. You want to go over into basically an RDL. So a good hip hinge, driving that butt back, chest nice and tall, back's flat. And then you're going to pull the dumbbells up. You can drop elbows and hands at the base of the rib cage when you're pulling. So we want to pull up and we want to pinch those shoulder blades together as you guys are pulling the weights in. Okay, so notice how his head stays in that nice neutral position. If you're going to band it, you can band it. You want to stand in it with both feet. And then with those feet shoulder width apart, you're going to pull the band in like you did with the dumbbells. Okay, so if you guys are using the band, you want to stand in the band for this pattern. This can also be done seated if you have a band. So if you have a band, you loop it around your feet again like you would stand in it, nice tall chest, and pull the band into the base of the rib cage. If we don't have any tools, that is fine. We're going to be doing what's called a bent over YT. Okay, so that's all right if you guys don't have any tools. A bent over YT for this pattern is just driving the butt back, driving the thumbs up in the letter Y, driving the thumbs out for a letter T, keeping those arms nice and straight. Okay, so work those shoulder blades during that pattern. Okay, so the next pattern up is our rear foot elevated split squat or our lunge pattern. So if you have something to put your foot up on, okay, go ahead and do that. You can go on your toe or you can flatten your foot out. What you're looking to do is keep a nice tall chest. You're going to lower the back knee down to the ground, driving up through the heel of that front foot. We're trying on this one to not let that knee track forward in front of your guys' toe. So for this pattern, if you can be perpendicular to the camera, that'd be great so I can see if that knee is actually tracking too far forward. All right, so we're going to be pressing up hard to that heel. Now you can weight this with goblet style or with a suitcase style. So you think about goblets, 2 hands on one weight, suitcase would be a weight in each hand as you guys are doing that exercise. Same leg for 45 seconds. When we switch rounds, we'll do the other leg. Now the lunge is the substitute for this one, so you're in place and you guys are going to be getting nice and tall. We're going to go straight up, straight down in that lunge pattern. If you have a stick, this can be where it comes in handy for you guys to balance. You can hold on to the stick, or you can use a wall to help keep you guys stable as you guys are doing the lunge. Okay? And then the final regression of this is if you can't lunge, it's a single leg glute bridge. So your foot is flat on the floor, the other leg is up in the air, and you're driving hard through that heel, making sure you're squeezing that glute of the leg that you guys are working. Okay, so that's 45 seconds then on that leg. After that, you gotta stand up and try to grab a stick or your weights. We're gonna do what's called a stick RDL. So Trevor's gonna, you guys get out a stick. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna hold it right out in front of you. Hands just a little bit wider than your legs. What you're gonna do is you're gonna drive your butt back. The stick's gonna travel down your legs as you feel a nice good stretch in the back of your legs. Now you can use your band again if you just want to pull your band apart, kind of hold it like you would a stick. You can use a band. You can use dumbbells for this exercise. But what we're doing with that stick is you're breaking it. You're breaking it so that you guys are getting that chest out, shoulders back as you're doing the band RDL. Now when we start to weight the RDL, the arms stay nice and straight, and we're moving those hips back and forth. You weighted it with a band. Now we can weight it with dumbbells as we go back and forth. Notice how the dumbbells stay nice and tight to his legs, not getting too far out in front of his body, and that back staying nice and flat. The knees staying tucked when the hips go back. Exercise number 4, we're going to start that cardio now. So we're going into jumping jacks. So make sure you have plenty of space for your jumping jacks. We're trying to think about getting in as many as possible in 45 seconds. This is speed jacks. So try to get more than 45 jumping jacks in 45 seconds. You can always do step jacks for modifications or march jacks as well. Okay, so that's going to be exercise number 4. Exercise number 5, we're going to do leg lowering. Leg lowering, we're going to be laying down on our backs with our legs up in the air, toes tucked in, legs as straight as we can get them. Then we're going to lower one leg down at a time, slow and controlled. So if we're not using a band or anything to help ourselves, like a towel or anything during this pattern, keep switching your legs. Okay, if you have really tight hamstrings, you need a little bit of assistance for this exercise. Grab a band or a towel, loop it around the foot, bring that foot, hold it up in the air, and then only the leg that's free will move during that 45 seconds. So the regression's a little bit different because you're going to do 45 seconds on one leg as opposed to switching. Okay, so real quick, do I have any questions over those 5 movement patterns before we go ahead and get started with our 45 seconds of work to 15 seconds rest? All right, looks like everyone's good. Everyone's just ready to get started. So we're going to start with the rear foot elevated split squat or a lunge pattern for 45 seconds. So we are trying to weight ourselves as much as we can during this pattern so we can challenge this movement. So if you have any weights I think you can be creative with, go ahead and grab those now. Nice, good, strong bands. So, oh, starting with bent over rows, actually. My bad. Bent over rows. I like the rear foot elevated split squat. Let's start with bent over rows. Okay, bent over rows are up first. All right, and now we are good to go. All right, here we go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and begin. Bent over rows. Okay, you can also do a seated version if you have a band. All right, so make sure we're pulling. So bent over row, Andy, keep that chest down and then pull the weights. There you go. The heads are in good position. That's it, pulling in. Think about keeping that nice, good, solid chin tucked so that neutral spine is being maintained. Where should you be looking when you're doing a bent over row? You should be looking at the floor. We have about 15 more seconds already left. That's all that's left in this. A lot of you guys have bands. This is good. Get 10 more seconds. Those dumbbells look hard as well.
3, 2, 1.
All right, now
Rest.
go ahead and rest. Next up is the rear foot elevated split squat. Ah, my fave. All right, so if you guys do have something to put your foot on, you can use that. Otherwise, you're going to do a lunge in place. Remember, if you need any help for balance, a wall or a stick are going to be great for this.
2, 1.
And
2.
begin. So remember, we're trying to make sure that front knee does not track forward past our toe. Okay, and we're going to stay nice and tall. So think to yourself, nice tall chest. Bend that back knee, get nice and low. Those of you guys that can, if you can weight this, it's going to be a nice, good challenge. This 45 seconds, so it's going to be pretty tough. You're going to feel that through your thigh and then hopefully through that glute of the leg that's down as well. Doing great. Only 15 seconds left on this one as well. Try not to lean forward on that one, Ian. Try to stay nice and tall. You'll stay behind that leg as best you can.
3.
Try not to put your hands on your legs.
1. Rest.
Good. Go ahead and rest. Next up, we have the stick RDL, or you can band it to make it more challenging, or you can even go back to those dumbbells you were using the bent over row. Okay, so stick RDL, we're going to grab that stick, keep it nice and tight to the body,
2, 1.
and
Exercise
push
3.
that butt back. Good. Make sure you guys are keeping that chin tucked. So where am I looking when the butt is back? That downward motion. Good. Make sure you're holding that stick. You're thinking about breaking it. So snap the stick so that the chest is out, the shoulders are back. You're feeling a nice, good stretch in the back of those legs. You're getting a good stretch as you push that butt back. Looks like someone went grocery shopping. We have some gallon milk containers. And a nice, good stretch to that hamstring. Keep that stick tight to the body.
3, 2, 1.
Good.
Rest.
Go ahead and rest. Next up is exercise number 4 for jumping jacks. So you're just trying to get as many jumping jacks in 45 seconds as you can. You want to work at a pretty fast pace here because there's no finisher. So think of these like as your finisher jumping jacks.
2, 1.
All right, go ahead and
Exercise
begin.
4.
As many jumping jacks as you can. Arms up overhead. That's it. Knocking those jumping jacks out. Looking good, people. Looking good. That's it. Fast pace, fast pace. You only got 20 seconds left on the jumping jacks. Remember, you're setting the standard for the next 3 rounds. You're going to try to maintain this pace every time you come back to the jumping jacks. 10 more seconds.
3, 2, 1.
Good. Go ahead and rest. Next up, we're going to do leg lowering. So this is where you're going to go ahead and lay down on your backs with both legs up in the air. And then if you're going to use a tool, a band or a towel to wrap around one foot, then you're only going to lower one leg at a time. If you're not using a tool or band, do one leg and then the other. So you're constantly switching. Go ahead and begin. Try to keep those legs as straight as you can. Keep that core nice and tight. Believe it or not, it's a core movement as well. Good, strong core movement. And those feet should be flexed. So then engaging that belly button, then lowering a leg, one leg, and then the other. Then you got 15 more seconds. Nice tight core, legs nice and straight, feet flexed. Make sure you're really pulling those toes into you.
2, 1. Rest.
Good. That's one round in already. Probably went faster than you thought. So next up, we're going to do bent over rows. So if you can grab your bands, you grab your weights. Otherwise, you guys can do seated.
2, 1.
And
Exercise
go.
1.
45 seconds of rows. This is where you really want that water bottle close by. That 15 seconds goes by super fast. Good job. Just remember, as we pull up, we don't want our torso to move. So we're not standing tall as we bring the weights up. We're just thinking about pulling the weights to me or that band to me. Staying in that good bent over position. Arms, pull those shoulder blades back and together. Think about kind of pinching those shoulder blades as you guys pull up. Should be able to pinch at the
3,
top.
2, 1. Rest.
Good. Go ahead and rest. Next up's the rear foot elevated split squat. We're going to be doing the other foot that you guys did than you did the round before. So if you're not doing the rear foot elevated split squat, we're going to be doing the lunge in place. You just need to switch your feet with what leg you had back.
Exercise
All right, go
2.
ahead and begin. Stay nice and tall. You want enough space so you guys can actually lower your back knee, but at the same time, not too much. You guys can't actually bend. Good. Brett, since you don't have any weight, if you want to challenge yourself a little bit further, you can just go a little quicker. There you go. Good job, everyone. Stay nice and tall. Now, this is where it comes in handy to have that sticker wall. It's okay to use a wall and do a lunge. We're going to have balance issues. One side's probably harder to balance than the
3,
other.
2, 1. Rest.
Good. Next up, stick RDL, or you can band it, or use those dumbbells. But most of us have a broom lying around the house. So grabbing that stick, hands wider than hips.
2,
Break
1.
it so your chest is out,
Exercise
shoulders
3.
back, and drive those hips back. And then squeeze those glutes as you guys snap those hips forward. Make sure you guys get a nice stretch of the hamstrings, and we're engaging the butt muscles when we stand tall. For those of you that are looking at the camera while you're doing your stick RDL, you should actually be looking down at it when your butt goes back. There you go. Good. Good, solid chin tucking. It looks good. Nice tall chest. So feel that stretch through your guys' hamstrings. Good job. We got a few more seconds.
3, 2, 1. Rest.
Excellent. Next up's jumping jacks. Already back to your cardio exercise. Now take a quick drink of water because we're going to be knocking out 60 jumping jacks.
3, 2, 1.
And
Exercise
begin.
4.
Remember, hands up all the way if you can. Get them all the way up to the top. Don't worry about it, Jamie. You knock those jumping jacks out. I trust your jumping jacks to be solid. Then won't worry about the camera. So keep going as many jumping jacks as I can. Try not to slow down. Keep that pace. If anything, try to go a little bit quicker now that you're getting warmed up because you're in round number 2. As fast as you can. As fast as you can. The fastest jumping jacker in the land. Got a few more seconds.
3, 2, 1.
Good.
Rest.
Go ahead and rest. Next up is going to be the leg lowering. So if you lay down on your backs, your legs are up in the air. You're going to pull your toes in towards you. You're going to try to keep your legs as straight as you can.
3.
So that's the first thing you want to do is get those legs up, get that core engaged, and then
Exercise
lower
5.
one leg down. Remember, if you're using a towel or a band on the one leg because of the tightness in your hamstrings, lower just that other leg. Try your best to keep that leg real straight, especially if you're using a band for assistance. Only go up till that leg can be nice and straight. Get it nice and locked out. Some of you have hamstring mobility that makes me jealous. You got 10 more seconds. Keep that core tight. Lower that leg down. We're not trying to find the floor, so just before you find the floor, bring that leg up.
3, 2, 1. Rest.
Good. Go ahead and rest. That's 2 rounds down. We're at the halfway point. Now we're back to the beginning leg for our rear foot elevated split squat or our lunge. Oh, we're at bent over rows. Gosh,
3.
darn it. I keep forgetting
1.
bent over rows. I hate that exercise.
Exercise
Let's
1.
go. Why did I put it in there? Let's begin. I'm just not wanting to do bent over rows later, I guess. Nice tall chest. Pull in. Nice good seated row. Good job, Cindy. Way to keep that chest out, shoulders back. Oliver, that's a pretty good looking seated row we got going on. It's looking good. I think Oliver's matching Trevor. Seated row, shirt, and pants all matching. That's it. Keep that chest tall. Try not to move the torso as you're pulling in. Try to resist the urge to stand tall. Keep that back flat. Think neutral spine.
2, 1.
Good. Rest. Bent over row is done. Moving on to rear foot elevated split squat. Now, the correct thing is to say back to the beginning foot of round number 1.
3, 2, 1.
And
Exercise
begin. Remember, nice tall chest. Try not to lean forward. And we definitely don't want that front knee to track forward past the toe. Looking good. Comfortable. If you guys are all using your couches for rear foot elevated split squats, next time we go in the gym, use benches. You're all going to think they're too hard. The couch is so nice and soft. 15 more seconds. Try not to lean forward there, Karen. Stay nice and tall. Keep that core tight. Helps keep that
3,
nice tall chest.
2, 1. Rest.
Good. Go ahead and rest. Next up, stick RDL. You can band it, remember, or you can grab some dumbbells, hold by your side. You're going to get that nice stretch in the hamstrings.
3, 2, 1.
Go ahead and
Exercise 3.
begin. Driving those hips back. Keep that core tight and snap them forward, squeezing those glutes. Just make sure we're getting a nice, good, solid neutral spine. So the chin stays tucked. Good. Remember, it really helps to screw those feet in the floor too. Keep the upper body engaged, lower body engages as well. So you break that stick, not just holding on to it, but you're actually breaking it for 15 more seconds. Keep driving those hips back and forth. Push the butt back like you're going to shut a car door or you're trying to touch the wall behind you with your hips.
2, 1. Rest.
Go ahead and rest. Next up's your cardio movement, the jumping jacks. So as many as you can do. Get ready to knock out 65 this round. 5 more every round. And begin. Go. As many as you can do. That's it. Light on the feet. Quick, 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 quick. Jumping in, jumping out. Good. Try to even think about clapping the hands at the top if you can. Get the hands together. Kind of shoulder range of motion do you have? You got 15 more seconds of jumping jacks. Moving, keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. A little bit faster now. A little bit faster now. 5 more seconds.
3, 2, 1.
Good. Go
Rest.
ahead and rest. Next up, leg lowering. So go ahead and lay down on your backs. You're going to put your legs straight up in the air. We're going to tuck our feet towards us. We're going to flex those toes to my body.
3, 2.
With those legs nice and
1.
straight, core tight.
Exercise
Lower one
5.
leg down at a time. Remember, if you are using a tool, the other leg is lowering. Try to keep that leg as straight as you can, especially if you're using a tool as well. To keep that leg nice and straight. You want a nice, good stretch. And then as you lower that leg down, you should feel that core engage as it fires. Remember, don't touch the floor with the heel. Just right before that and come back up. Force yourself to think of that. Leg is almost locked out as you're driving that leg down. 10 more seconds.
Three, 2, 1. Rest.
Good. That's round 3. We're into our final round already. So let's see if I can get this right. I think we're doing a bent over row. Exercise number 1 is bent over row. Bent over row or seated row.
3, 2, 1.
And
Exercise
begin.
1.
Remember, stand in that band if you guys are doing a band. Pull it to the base of the rib cage. So the lower part of the rib cage. Pull those shoulder blades back and together. Shoulder blades back and together at the top. Good job not moving those torsos. Keeping that core nice and tight. Looking good, Andy. Looks like those weights are starting to challenge you a little bit. Looking good. Those guys in those bands. Did you put them through the band tighteners this morning? That's it. Good job, Brent and Ian. Excellent job. 5 more seconds.
3, 2, 1. Rest.
Good. Go ahead and rest. Next up, we're going to do rear foot elevated split squat. So now we're back onto the other leg. So what we did in round number 2. So whatever leg is back,
3.
make sure you have enough space so that knee doesn't track forward past your toe, and begin. Stay nice and tall. We'll try hardest if we can, try not to put our hands on our leg for assistance. I think we can do this free of our hands. Make sure we're getting down plenty low. So you're starting to feel that in the thigh, and drive up hard to the heel of the front leg. At the top, remember, looking for glute engagement. We got 10 more seconds on this leg. Keep pushing, keep challenging.
3, 2, 1. Rest.
Good, go ahead and rest. We're gonna do stick RDLs next. Stick RDLs. You can also stand in your band if you'd like.
3.
Remember, if you're gonna hold on to weights, keep them nice and tight to the body.
Exercise.
And
3.
begin. Snap those hips in. Push that butt back. Nice stretch to the hamstrings. Push that butt back like you're trying to do something with it, like push it into a wall. Shut the car door. Make that nice, good triangle window between your arms, your torso, and your legs. Nice, good triangle. I'd say you got 15 more seconds. Screw those feet into the floor. We're almost there, guys. Almost there.
3, 2, 1.
Good.
Rest.
Go ahead and rest. You only have 2 more movements left. One of them is jumping jacks. That one's up next. So as many jumping jacks as you can do. This is going to be the one you did the most jumping jacks in. It's round number 4.
2, 1.
And go.
Exercise 4.
Now we're up to 65, 70 jumping jacks. Think a little bit faster now, jump. A little bit faster now, jump. Keep going, nice and quick. Finish strong right here. Remember, nothing after this workout. There is no finisher. You're just trying to go as quick as you can right here, right now. Get that heart rate pumping. Few more seconds.
3, 2, 1. Rest.
Good. Go ahead and rest. Next up, we're going to do leg lowering. So we're going to lay down on our backs. We're going to try to get those legs nice and straight up in the air. Feet flex so the feet are pulled in towards my body.
3, 2.
Then you're going to lower one leg down at a time
Exercise 5.
and begin. Remember, if you need a tool or towel or band, wrap around one foot. Lower only the other leg. Try your hardest to keep your legs straight. And that core tight. Nice, good exercise to end with. Nice, good recovery station. Think about what that belly button's doing as well. Keeping that belly button to the floor. We got about 15 seconds. Keep working hard all the way to the end, to the last few seconds.
3, 2, 1. Your timer is complete.
And done. Good job, everybody. Give everyone a quick high five. That is the workout. Good work. I get you to weight those Rafael split squats, Brent. Make them look so smooth. Good job, everybody. I lost you for a little bit, Jamie.
Yeah, my phone died. I had to plug it in, and then it was at a weird angle.
I thought we were moving to the television. So good work, everybody.
Hey,
How
bye.
was it? Those of you guys
Have a
that
good
came
day.
back, bye, Cindy. Those of you guys that came this week and last week, was it harder this week, or did you feel more accustomed to it after you had a week of working out?
Well, it's good.
Yeah, it was a good challenge, and I think just getting used to working out at home and everything, you know, I think is going to make this week a little more hard because you're working harder.
Well, like too, like I noticed that like when I'm just doing it, when I'm coaching, it's maybe because I'm on camera, I'm pushing hard, but like half the time I'm like, there's no one in my group. I can go hard. I can take a little slower. You know, like not having an actual group to work out with. So.
Yeah,